Hey everybody, this is Jason, Zombie Collector, and I'm having one more video of my flea market pickups. As I've talked about before, I will probably say this even though I always uh, say the same thing. Almost all these movies I got for $1. Sometimes they're less, sometimes they might be a little bit more. But here in Indiana where I live, dollar DVDs, in a lot of cases Blu-rays are pretty readily available. So I'm hoping to hit up some big outdoor flea markets or bigger flea markets. It might be this weekend. If not, maybe in the next couple of weeks with hopefully things kind of getting a little bit more normal again. So we'll see. But I still hit up all my local haunts as much as I can. And so this is what I picked up. The first one up is The Siege with Bruce Willis, Annette Bening, and the ever amazing Denzel. And I remember watching this movie back when it first came out. I want to say like late 90s, yeah, 98 I think. But this is a good movie. I want to say it's some sort of like about terrorism. I want to say it's been a while since I've seen it, but I remember really liking this movie quite a bit. So The Siege, it is still sealed, never opened. So definitely looking forward to picking that or watching that again. Next one is Wild Things. This is a 3-disc box set. It's all 3 movies. It's the trilogy Wild Things Unrated Edition, Wild Things 2, and Wild Things Diamonds in the Rough. So there you have that. I remember seeing the first Wild Things movie. It was Denise Richards in it. Is it Nev Campbell, the other one, I think? Yeah. And I've never seen the other 2 movies. I honestly don't remember Wild Things. I'm sure it's one of those type of movies that are just kind of like, it's eye candy for some. I'm sure there's some sort of erotic drama going on. But anyways, for $1, all 3 movies. Yep. My friend Ryan, who I do a lot of my running around with here in Indiana, he gave me the Stone Cold Steve Austin 3-disc Blu-ray set, which is super awesome of Ryan to do that. I had no idea. He had mentioned, I guess, in the past he had something for me. He's not a wrestling fan, or if he is, he's not a huge wrestling fan, but he thought, hey, you'll like this. And so that was awesome. I've never seen it. Don't know anything about it. I would assume there's going to be hopefully some matches in here. It's always funny if you think about it. Like, I felt like, The Rock and Stone Cold kind of blew up at the exact same time. Rock started out as a bad guy, and then he went they call him heel in wrestling, and then he went babyface, which means a good guy. And then you had Stone Cold always was a heel, it felt like, until almost the end. And then he went babyface, and he kind of lost the steam, the fire he had when he went babyface. And I didn't watch a whole lot during the Attitude Era, quite frankly. It kind of lost me. I wasn't a big fan of a lot of the shenanigans, let's say. I liked some of the wrestlers, but I just never got into it. I just felt like it was just the rated R superstar, but I felt like it was rated R, NC-17. I couldn't get it. That wasn't the wrestling I grew up with. I love the 80s and the early 90s to the early 90s where it was, the wrestlers went out there, they had good stories. I enjoyed the humor of it. I enjoyed the wrestling. I enjoyed the angles. I did not enjoy all the hypersexualization of the women and even of the men to a certain degree, and just like everything had to be like extreme. I might talk about that one day. But anyway, Stone Cold was in the heart of that. I mean, he was the reason I believe the Attitude Era really like took off the way it was. So you got that. Thank you, Ryan. This is one talking about kind of wrestling. I've never heard of this movie before. I almost passed over like, oh, okay, this looks stupid. And it probably is stupid. But it's called Catch of the Day. I've never heard of this movie before, but it has Jake the Snake Roberts in it. Can you believe that, guys? Jake the Snake Roberts, if you can see right there, as I get a little closer, right there. It also has Jason Mewes, as you can see, which is Jay from the Clerks movies and Silent Bob and Jay Strike Back. And the other 2 I never heard of, Jimmy Duvall, Jasmine St. Clair. I've never heard of them. But I don't know if Jay the Snake Roberts in this for like 5 seconds, or he plays a major role, and I can't imagine. I mean, I love Jay the Snake Roberts. He's probably one of my favorite heels from the wrestling world. Ever since I was a kid, I got a chance to meet him about 2 years ago. It was awesome. I was super intimidated. He was very nice and friendly. I might have to tell Jake the Snake story one day that I had with him. But anyways, when I saw that, I was like, I'm definitely buying this for $1. Like in RoboCop, I'd buy that for $1. I bought this probably purely to sell. I don't know most of these bands on here. This is Metal Blade, the Metal Blade Records, the 25th year video. It's still sealed. So I'm assuming these are a lot of just like music videos of metal bands. Some of the bands include Unearth, Amon Amarth, 6 Feet Under, Job for a Cowboy. I'm not going to read that title name. The Black Dahlia Murder, Evergreen Terrace, 6 Feet Under, I said 12.3, and Autumn. So, never heard of any of these bands. Well, I think I've heard of a few of these bands, but I got that purely just to probably resell. It's still sealed, like I said, so we'll see. Maltese Falcon, never seen it. Humphrey Bogart and Mary Astor, which I'm not going to act like I know who that is. But I really wanted to check this out. I've never seen it. It's one of those like iconic movies, I believe, from, is it the 40s or 50s? I don't know exactly what the year it was made. Let's see if it tells me here. It doesn't say. It just says what year this was made, so I'm not for sure. But anyways, I want to go check it out. It said it's 100. It's the American Film Institute's AFI's 100 greatest films list. So it has to be good, right? So I don't know if I've ever even seen a Humphrey Bogart movie. Now that I think about it, Casablanca maybe. But anyways, I'm gonna check this one out. It has lots of special features also, so that's pretty cool. It is a snapper case, and that's cool. That's a cool snapper case. Sometimes they look stupid, but I like they actually have a cool artwork on the disc, so it's not just a silver disc. Next up, keeping with my John Wayne theme, I found The Searchers, and this is one I'm super pumped about. First, if I'm not mistaken, this one's in widescreen. I found some of the other John Wayne movies I found were actually in full screen, and if it's in full screen, I'm not going to keep it unless it's the only way to watch it, so I'll just wait until I can find it in widescreen. But I found The Searchers. I remember watching this one definitely. Like this, Big Jake, The Sons of Katie Elder were like big ones with my dad. I remember watching those all the time with my pops. So anyway, so you have that right there. So, and this one has a new transfer, so I'm excited about that. And there's an introduction with his son, Patrick Wayne. And he also was a co-star in the movie, if you didn't know that. So, there you go. So, we got that one. And then the next one is Apocalypse Now. It's still sealed. And this is the Redux. And quite honestly, guys, I'm gonna out myself. I've never seen Apocalypse Now. Never seen it. I know it's like one of the quintessential Vietnam movies ever made. It's a huge all-star cast of actors. Francis Ford Coppola. I get all that 100%. It's not lost on me. I've just never seen it. And if I have, it's probably with my dad when I was younger, bits and pieces. I mean, I've seen lots of clips from it, but if I ever sat down and watched it from beginning to end, the answer would be no. So I probably will fix that now that I have it. There you go. A couple years ago, I had, I believe, a special collector's edition of this movie, and then I ended up selling it. I don't know what I was thinking. And then I got I think this is the exact same movie. It might have been, I think it's a different box or a different kind of release, but it's a 2-disc set of the movie Goodfellas with Robert De Niro, who's now recently turned into a crazy person. You have Joe Pesci, which is an amazing actor. Man, and then you have Ray Liotta. I don't want to forget. If you have not seen The Irishman, Joe Pesci is awesome in that. I am like so glad that Martin Scorsese got him to come out of retirement to do that movie. Man, it was awesome. De Niro did fine in it. Thank God Martin Scorsese directed him in a way that he could look good, because if you've seen the most recent, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 De Niro movies. It's like, I mean, he's like playing these grandpa roles where he's like with Zac Efron, and he's an old man like hanging out in Las Vegas or something in one movie. I don't even know what's going on. It's actually pretty pathetic. It's like, I feel like he's like the old man version, the grandpa version of Nicolas Cage, who's like, I'll do it. Like, I got a concept. The concept is you in a car with a dog and a stuffed deer head, and go. I'll take it. I mean, it's just like he has no way of saying, no, I don't think I'll do that movie. So anyways, Goodfellas, fantastic movie. Such a good movie. And last but surely not least, actually it is least because the movie sucked, but for $1 I'll pick it up. This is another one of the Canadian releases because I think it was made for the Quebec market. It is The Batman Rises. This movie falls into the category of Spider-Man Part 3. They got way too much stuff going on in this movie. They introduced Catwoman. They introduced Bane. They introduced Ra's al Ghul's, I believe, daughter into it. I think they've got a lot going on in this movie. And there might be some other parts moving on in here. I want to say there's a couple other characters in here doing some stuff as well. I'm trying to look and see if any of the names catch me off guard. But I just didn't like it. But I don't like any of the real Batman movies. I've never been a huge fan of the Batman movies, aside from the Michael Keaton Batman. And that's nostalgia. I'll be the first one to admit. And then Batman Returns, the Tim Burton 2 films. I mean, that's definitely Jason, 11, 12, 13-year-old Jason movies. When I was a kid, they caught me at the right time. And I never really was a huge fan of the Batman series I forgot, Christopher Nolan's directed. It was just like, I don't know, it just didn't sit well with me. I just couldn't get into it. So, but anyways, guys, that's it. The Batman Rises, or La Institution du Chevalier Noir. I'm sure I just completely ruined French language for the people who didn't enjoy it. It probably burst their eardrums. So guys, thanks for watching, and thank you for the support. Always just please make comments. That's all I care about. Let me know if you see some of these movies. What did you think? Challenge me in the comments about Batman. I'm sure I'll have people tell me I'm wrong on that. But I might do a movie with movies that I've never watched that might surprise you, and have some dialogue with that. I think that might be a fun one to do. So, until next time, guys, peace.